Funding for Student Athletes Speak Out is provided by the law firm of Bowles, Rice, McDavid, Graff, and Love, and by the College of Human Resources and Education, and the Department of Intercollegiate Athletics at West Virginia University.
Wellington Smith was destined to play big-time college basketball. With offers from many ACC and Big East schools, we are glad he decided to make his home with the West Virginia Mountaineers. A high school standout, he averaged 24 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 blocks per game. Described as an athlete who can jump out of the gym, he has the potential to be one of WVU's all-time greats. It has been called beautiful, refreshing, with no ulterior motives. Mark Twain called it the best of all lost arts. And according to an American proverb, it's like an icicle. Once it melts, that's the end of it. And if you haven't guessed what I'm speaking of by now, I'll tell you, it's integrity. Welcome to Student Athletes Speak Out. This is one of a series of DVDs featuring West Virginia University student athletes who want to address issues that are critical to middle school students. With me today is Wellington Smith, a forward on the WVU basketball team. It's good to have you, Wellington.
Thank you, Dr. Atkins. It's nice to be here.
Now, the topic that you have chosen to discuss is integrity. Do you think you're an honest person?
I think I am.
Who taught you about honesty?
My parents did. It's not so much that they told me to be honest. It's the fact that they're honest people, and I use them as my role models.
Did they ever lie to you?
Only if it involves a surprise.
Give me an example.
I always wanted a Chevy Tahoe. One day, I came home and a Chevy Tahoe was sitting right in my driveway. I called my mother. I said, "Ma, whose car is this?" She says, "Wellington, I have no idea what you're talking about. It must be your neighbor's car." She comes home that day. I say, "Ma, seriously, whose car is this?" She knows it's my favorite car. You know, I always wanted this car. Whose car is this? She says, "Well, Wellington, it's your car." And she passed me the keys.
Why do you think people lie?
Afraid of hurting someone's feelings, disappointing someone, fear the consequences of telling the truth.
What does honesty or integrity mean to you?
Just being true to yourself, choosing your words carefully to avoid inflicting pain. Honesty is also the foundation of a good friendship.
And that's an interesting point, because so far we're really talking about honesty with others. But is it equally important to be honest with yourself?
It is important to be honest with yourself. It's easier to blame someone else, though. Students blame teachers for low grades. Teenagers blame their coaches or parents for not getting their way.
Well, let's talk about the Pitt WVU game this past year. A lot of people were watching the backyard brawl on TV, and as you know, we lost. Tell me about that game. What happened?
Well, in the huddle during a timeout, the defense was called switching all ball screens. That means I would guard Joe Mazzulla's player after the ball screen was set on his man. One player didn't switch on my team, and that caused one opposing player to drive to the basket. My instinct was to go help, which led to the game-winning three-point shot.
And what was your reaction?
I was devastated, but I realized that life goes on. You bounce back. Others said it wasn't my fault, but in the back of my head, I knew it was.
So honesty is the way to go then, even with yourself. What is the worst thing about telling a lie?
First, it isn't usually just one lie. Lies usually snowball. Second, once people perceive you as a liar, people aren't going to believe that you're telling the truth. Third, your career and your reputation are shot.
Do any athletes come to mind who have lied and damaged their careers?
One is the great Pete Rose, who played for and managed the Cincinnati Reds. It was a given that he would be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. He was that great. However, he wasn't, because he lied about gambling, specifically betting on baseball. Several years later, he finally admitted it. Another is Michael Vick, who played for the Atlanta Falcons. He was found guilty of funding a dogfighting operation on his property. In the end, He admitted that he lied to the NFL commissioner, his coach, and his teammates. Today, he is now tossing the football around at the United States Penitentiary in Leavenworth, Kansas.
There are a lot of people who struggle today with honesty and integrity. Can you give me some reasons as to why it's so important to be honest?
Well, honesty is the foundation of character. It allows you to develop self-respect, to enjoy life more, and to have meaningful relationships with others. It also allows you to have a good night's sleep.
What is your final message today?
To always tell the truth. It's the easiest story to remember.
Majoring in Communication Studies, Wellington Smith is a Big East Academic All-Star and a member of the Athletic Director's Academic Honor Roll. Because he likes interacting with others, he is interested in working with young adults who have problems coping with life issues and need guidance. With his communication skills and his passion for life, those individuals will be fortunate to have him as a mentor. If you would like more information on this topic or about Wellington Smith, please visit our SASO website.